Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, November 6th, 2022. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with WWE Crown Jewel, streamed live yesterday on Peacock and the WWE Network from Mirsul Park in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In the main event, Roman Reigns defeated Logan Paul to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, pinning him after a Superman punch and a spear combination at the 24-minute and 49-second mark. Earlier in the match, Paul had hit Reigns with 2 consecutive punches, including a Superman punch of his own, but did not secure the victory.
Looking unlikely.
Look at the Superman punch. Paul with a shot to the kidney. Unlucky punch. Reigns stumbles. Reigns in trouble.
He's down. He's not out.
Reigns back to his feet. A Superman punch. Cover for the win. Cover for the win. Down by Reigns.
What the hell are we witnessing, Michael?
But for Logan Paul, Wade, he said it would take one lucky punch, but it didn't. It took one lucky punch and a Superman punch, and Reigns still able to survive.
The match included an appearance by Logan Paul's brother Jake Paul, who came out midway through the match to neutralize the outside interference of Jimmy and Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa. The victory marked Reigns' 25th consecutive successful televised title defense, extending his reign to 797 days. It remains the 6th longest World Heavyweight title reign in WWE history. Crown Jewel did feature one title change as Io Sky and Dakota Kai of Damage Control regained the women's tag team title from Asuka and Alexa Bliss when Kai pinned Bliss following outside interference from Nikki Cross in 12 minutes and 51 seconds. This is the second reign for Kai and Sky, who just lost the title to Asuka and Bliss last Monday night on Raw. In 2 successful title defenses, Bianca Belair retained the Raw Women's Championship, defeating Bayley in a last woman standing match after trapping her under a ladder, and the Usos retained the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against the Brawling Brutes when Jey Uso pinned Butch. Brock Lesnar defeated Bobby Lashley in the opening match, pinning him while trapped in Lashley's Hurt Lock submission. Lashley appeared to turn heel, attacking a prone Lesnar after the conclusion of the match. In other results, Bray Wyatt made an appearance for another in-ring promo. Drew McIntyre beat Karrion Kross in a steel cage match. The Judgment Day beat the OC when Finn Balor pinned AJ Styles. During the match, Carl Anderson's reign as New Japan IWGP Never Openweight Champion was acknowledged, and Braun Strowman defeated Omos. Absent from the show was Omos's manager MVP, which Fightful Select reported was due to MVP having publicly renounced Islam to become an atheist, which is a crime punishable by death in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In injury news, it was revealed by Michael Cole during the Crown Jewel broadcast that Jey Uso may have suffered a broken wrist during WWE's recent European tour and is scheduled for an MRI tomorrow. On his Instagram account, Logan Paul stated that he believes he's torn his meniscus, MCL, and potentially his ACL in his right knee during his match with Roman Reigns. In the post, he was shown with his knee being iced and elevated, and we'll keep you updated on both as more information becomes available. In ratings and ticket sales news, overnight numbers reveal that last Friday's taped episode of SmackDown on Fox performed significantly better than the previous week's live episode on FS1, according to Spoiler TV. Friday's SmackDown from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis attracted an average of 1.97 million viewers according to the overnight report, up from 835,000 the previous week on FS1. The overnight rating in the 18 to 49 key demographic was .40, which would be enough to return SmackDown to its number 1 position in the demographic on network TV for the evening. We will keep you posted when the full numbers become available later on this week. With SmackDown a taped show, Monday Night Raw was WWE's only live weekly TV show last week, and WrestleTix reported that it drew 8,505 fans to the American Airlines Arena in Dallas. AEW's Dynamite and Rampage trailed far behind, each drawing about a third of SmackDown's live audience, with Dynamite bringing in 2,732 people to the Chesapeake Arena in Baltimore, and Rampage drawing a crowd of 2,689 to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. With some more AEW news, here's the Wrestling News' Lou Kipilman.
Filming for AEW's newest reality TV series has begun, according to PW Insider, with camera crews backstage at the Chesapeake Arena for Dynamite last Wednesday and at Boardwalk Hall for Rampage last Friday. The as-yet untitled show will chronicle the behind-the-scenes experiences of a specific set of AEW talents who agreed to be featured on the show, which is believed to be debuting in 2023. AEW's media partner, Warner Bros. Discovery, has been working with AEW to develop outside-the-ring content, as discussed in an interview given last month to The Hollywood Reporter by Warner Bros. Discovery U.S. Network's Group Chair and Chief Content Officer Kathleen Finch. This would be AEW's second reality series, after Rhodes to the Top featuring Cody and Brandy Rhodes, which aired on TNT in 2021. For the Wrestling News, I'm Lou Kipilman.
And we close with some news from outside the ring. Becky Lynch made her acting debut Friday night on the season premiere of Young Rock on NBC. Lynch played rock star Cyndi Lauper, appearing during a dramatization of the WrestleMania party Lauper hosted back in 1985. Lynch was credited under her real name, Rebecca Quinn. Young Rock executive producer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson praised Lynch's performance, tweeting, quote, "I first met the icon Cyndi Lauper at a WrestleMania party when I was 12 years old. She was so kind and made me feel like $1 million. Huge thank you and props to my good friend Becky Lynch for taking me back to this unforgettable moment on tonight's show." Unquote. Young Rock is inspired by events during Johnson's early life growing up alongside his father, Rocky Johnson, as well as his own years in the business. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page, and for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast, and remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.